Welcome back to another episode of Why You Always Lying? Why You Always Lying? I'm just playing. Well, not entirely. Erika, Regina, Pinocchio, Kirk, and Tyre, Lioness, Bowyer, bring your butts to the front of the class. Thank you. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of In Cahoots Podcast. My name is Nikki. Today, we got more lies. Are you surprised? It's more lies. Uncle B, Big B, Baron Coleman, Big B, not the little one. He put out his live yesterday, and he had a couple of clips that caught my attention. Actually, it caught a lot of creators' attention. Basically, Tyler Bowyer is saying that Erika Kirk was just meant to be the next president of the United States per Charlie Kirk. What? You don't believe that either? Okay. Yeah, so we're going to get into that, and then we're going to get into something else that I had come across that I noticed. But before we do that, you already know what I'm going to say. Please make sure that you smash that subscribe button, comment, let me know what you're thinking, smash the like button. Let's get on that algorithm. Share the video, share with all of your friends. Also turn on that bell so that you know every single time there's a new video. And if you want to support the channel, you can always hit up that Cash App, and that Venmo is right there on your screen. And you can always hit the say thanks button down below, throw some supers in the comments, and join to be a member for the members only shows that I'm going to be doing pretty soon. If you also want to support us by following us on social media, our TikTok, our Instagram, and X is on the screen also. Now, without further ado, let's get into these lies. Cause why they always lying? Why they always lying? Come on, let's get into it.
We've had some of your colleagues from Turning Point on in the last few days. Some of them have told me that Charlie always joked if something terrible happened, he wanted Erika to be his successor. What differences do you see between the leadership of Charlie and when Erika does take over officially?
Yeah, I mean, Erika's already there. Erika and Charlie are one. Charlie is one with Erika. So it's such a natural fit. He had always looked up to Erika. He had always boosted Erika. Everyone always said Charlie would be president. Charlie always said that Erika would be president. So, we have the person that Charlie believed in and loved the most in this world as leader, and nothing here organizationally and operationally changes. And so we're really excited to keep doing the work. We know Erika is going to be the best carrier of Charlie's spirit and his legacy, and that is going to be something I think that will reach all the ends of the earth.
People would always say that Charlie would be president one day. Charlie always said Erika would be president one day.
Lies. Tyler Lioness Bowyer. Lies. Oh, hell, you got a nickname. Lies. Come on. If you watched my last video, then you would see Charlie did not look up to Erika. He was the leader. He was the man in charge. He was the decision maker. He was Mr. Big Stuff. He didn't look up to Erika. I don't believe that for 1 minute. And here's the thing. The fact that they said that, or the journalist said that, from what she understood, he was joking when he said that Erika should become his successor if anything were to ever happen. Now, if that is true, the joke part is like, well, damn, what was the rest of the joke? Because were you just making fun of the idea? Yeah, let's put her in my office. The whole thing is just messed up, really, if you think about it.
Politics and her future down the road.
Yeah, it's funny. I had conversations with Charlie about that. So he was like, man, Erika could be so much bigger and better than me at almost everything. We laugh all the time about it because people were like, Charlie was going to be president someday. He believed firmly that Erika was going to be president someday.
So you telling me that Charlie Kirk, the one that has gotten into the mud, the one that has worked his tail off at the time to be where he was, would have rather put Erika Regina Pinocchio Kirk in the Oval Office and not himself? See, I don't know what Tyler Bowyer and friends are trying to pull I don't know what Erika Reginae Pinocchio Kirk is just going along with. I'm baffled. This is like the second video that I had to say that. You can tell by just the way that Tyler is even looking while he's saying that he doesn't even believe what he's saying himself. And then just like the last clip, it's always, oh yeah, Charlie used to joke around a lot, and it was all a joke. It was never serious. This was, even if that was something that came out of his mouth, it wasn't serious. I'm not even sure if that is something that Erika Kirk would even want to do. I mean, can you really imagine Erika Kirk in office? Honestly, I can't even imagine her as first lady, let alone the president. But I mean, that's just me. That's my opinion. But there's just too many lies, too many circles, too many jokes, too much, misinformation, too many excuses. It's a lot. So what is the end game for TPUSA? Wait a minute. TPUSA 2.0. When Tyler said, well, Charlie, he said that, he wanted Erika Kirk to be, his successor, and, he trusts her and he loves her the most. Okay, that's fine. But can you imagine how Charlie would feel if he knew that Erika was already calling it TPUSA 2.0? You have to understand what 2.0 means. That means that you're changing it. Out with the old and in with the new. What was wrong with what Charlie was doing? She's turning everything around, and she's saying that she's doing exactly what her husband wanted. I'm sorry. How is this exactly what he envisioned and what he wanted when you're changing it? Turning point 2.0? Like that's not the same as what Charlie had going on. There would be no 2.0. Now, my other issue with Tyler and Erika, is the whole situation with how they met. The big story, the main story has always been what, right? Tyler Bowyer, he knew that this was Miss Arizona 2012. And so he kind of knew of her. But what happened is that Erika Kirk actually called Tyler Bowyer and said, hey, Trump's rally is coming up. I just want to help. What can I do to help? We've all heard this story. We have all heard it. Then you have her on the Bloom conference like, oh, that's a family friend. And then I'm going to show you a clip really quick of when Erika Kirk and, you guys, sorry. Erika Reginae Pinocchio Kirk, my bad, and Charlie Kirk had just gotten engaged, right? So just listen to this really quick. Tell me if I'm tripping.
Trump's first rally in Arizona was when? And it was
the summer of 15.
Summer of 15. So I went with my mom. I was a Trump fan.
To a Trump rally. His first one. And Tyler was there. Tyler Bowyer.
Yes, he was there with his wife, his beautiful wife, and his kids. And he came up to me afterwards and he was like, hey, we have this organization and we're starting in Arizona. Would love for you to be a part of it. And it was one of those things where everything he said sounded super exciting, but I was getting ready to move to New York. And that was a season of life that I really prayed about. And it was something I needed to move on towards. And so I said, thank you for all the information, but I am moving to Manhattan. And I was like, stay in touch. And we didn't really stay in touch all that much. And then I went to Israel.
To the front of the class, Erika Reginae Pinocchio Kirk. No, you're sitting in front of your fiance. So this wasn't, that much long ago, right? As far as where they're sitting at that point in that video, right? Now, you're sitting there with your fiance. So tell the story from the beginning, right? And he said, and Tyler Lioness Bowyer said that you got on the phone. You dialed a number and you said, hey, Trump's rally's coming up. I just want to help. They always make her voice sound like so like, really like into it and passionate. I just want to help. What can I do to help? And then, you're invited. But see, when you tell the story, it's Trump had his first rally in 2015, and I went there with my mom. You didn't say that Tyler Bowyer put you in the back of Trump, like he has mentioned, like you have mentioned, like everyone else that tells the story says the same thing. Oh yeah, she just wants to help. And I put her right behind Donald Trump. No, that's not what you said, Erika Regine Pinocchio Kirk. You just act like you popped up, like you just showed up to the function and was just getting your rally on. And then next thing you know, here comes Tyler Bowyer saying like, oh, hey, we're starting this organization and, you should be a part of it, what have you. And you're like, no, thank you. I'm moving to Manhattan. But wait, Erika Regine Pinocchio Kirk, I thought you just wanted to help. What happened to all that passion? So wait, what? I thought you wanted to help. That sounds just a little bit iffy to me. And I'm really not trying to just, be like nitpicky and whatever. I'm not. But you're sitting in front of your fiance and you just act like you showed up. Like, man, I was a Trump fan. That's exactly what she said. Rewind it. She said, I was a Trump fan. And I went to the rally with my mom and Tyler came up to me. It's not the story that we're getting. Okay. And then Tyler comes up to you and offers you to help. And you say, oh, no, I'm going to move. And then we never spoke again. We never kept in touch. She told Tyler, lying-ass Bowyer, to keep in touch, and they never kept in touch. But wait a minute, that's your family friend. But wait a minute, you just want to help. What? Am I missing something? So, I say all of that to say, it's always something off. Erika's stories are always just all over the place. And at this point, it just depends on who she's in front of or how many people that she's in front of. Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to play it. I'm going to play what Tyler said at the memorial because she just wants to help.
Arizona 2012. I just want to help, she said. So naturally, I put her right behind the president at that first rally. After that, we talked. It was obvious she was the perfect person for the job that Charlie and I had devised in one of our 24-hour planning sessions. I wanted to hire her. I only had one problem. Charlie Kirk wanted to date her.
So I actually just noticed something that I didn't notice before. So yeah, Tyler confirms that that's how they, got to talking. Erika called him, said, I just want to help, right? But what I just realized is that he said afterwards they talked and he realized that she was the perfect person for the job, for what him and Charlie had planned for the company. I'm just going to run that back really quick, just in case you didn't hear that.
I just want to help, she said. So naturally, I put her right behind the president at that first rally. After that, we talked. It was obvious she was the perfect person for the job that Charlie and I had devised in one of our 24-hour planning sessions.
Hold up, Tyler lying-ass Bowyer and Erika Regine Pinocchio Kirk. That's not what Erika said. Erika said, yeah, you guys did talk afterwards, but she declined your offer because for some reason she didn't just want to help anymore. And she was going to Manhattan. But after you guys talked, you realized she was the perfect person for the job, even though she denied it. Wait, hold on. Let me go back.
So Trump's first rally in Arizona was when? And it was
the summer of 15.
Summer of 15. So I went with my mom. I was a Trump fan.
To a Trump rally.
His first one. And Tyler was there.
Tyler Bowyer. Yes, he was there with his wife, his beautiful wife, and his kids. And he came up to me afterwards and he was like, hey, we're starting this, or we have this organization and we're starting in Arizona. Would love for you to be a part of it. And it was one of those things where everything he said sounded super exciting, but I was getting ready to move to New York. And that was a season of life that I really prayed about, and it was something that I needed to move on towards. And so I said, thank you for all the information, but I am moving to Manhattan. And I was like, stay in touch. And we didn't really stay in touch all that much. And then I went.
I can't help but just giggle now. Like I literally cannot help but just kind of giggle and kind of just sit back and wait for the next lie. And when the lie comes out, I gotta just do my little dance, like, why you always lying? Why you like this is a lot. Why are the stories so different? You know, Erika, you're sitting in front of your fiance in this video and you're like, yeah, I went to that rally with my mom. Where's the phone call that you made to Tyler saying, I just want to help? What happened to that? And then Tyler came up to you afterwards, and maybe he knew you were Miss Arizona. I don't know why he came up to you, but he came up to you afterwards to talk about being a part of this organization. You declined it, Erika Regine Pinocchio Kirk, and you went to New York. Tyler Bowyer tells the story. You phoned him and you said, oh, I just want to help. So then he puts you behind Donald Trump at his rally, which your mom was there. We all saw that. Your mom was there, but she was a couple of rows down, and you were standing next to the little girl, and then your ex. What? Anywho, so Tyler says, okay, so yeah, she just wants to help. I put her behind Trump, and then boom, you know, after the rally, I went up to her and I said, hey, you know, we have this organization, blah, blah, blah. And that right then and there, he figured that you would be perfect for the job, Erika Regine Pinocchio Kirk. Perfect for the job. You fit right into their 24-hour plan that Tyler Lioness Bowyer and Charlie Kirk had set up together. It was just perfect with these two separate, different stories that just do not make sense. Whatever. Okay, this is all of the Erika Regine Pinocchio Kirk that I can take for right now, and especially Tyler Lioness Bowyer. I'm done with him for just give me a few days. Just give me a few days. I'm gonna end this video right here. Thank you for hanging out with me. Please make sure that you subscribe, smash that like button, comment, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if you can see what I am showing you, the inconsistencies, the lying, the different stories. Let me know if you're able to see that also. Share this with other creators, share this with your friends, turn on your post notifications so that you know every single time there is a new video. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can hit up that Cash App and that Venmo right there. You can hit the say thanks button. You can throw supers in the comments. Also, you can hit the join button and become a member for the upcoming members only shows that I'm going to be producing pretty soon. And if you want to support us on social media, right there on your screen is our TikTok, our Instagram, and our X account. So until next time, this has been In Cahoots Podcast. Peace.